Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026 in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General YAHANNA. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Is Most High in Christ. Hey, Shalom, Israel. I'm priest and officer of 1,000, officer of war, and I'm joined by priest and officer of 1,000, officer Bahaya. Right, this is the I.S.U.P.K. Philadelphia Sabbath service. We'd like to begin the class by saluting all the Adonwanim, all the men of Israel, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, and salute all the sisters, all the Akwati, Yahweh Shema Halakah by Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat. Right, we'd like to begin with the announcements as well. This is the I.S.U.P.K. I.S.U.P.K. was started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And since 1969, I.S.U.P.K. has been bringing out the truth of the Holy Bible that the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and First Nation are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, the biblical and ethnic Jew, the chosen people of God.
Right.
You understand? And this is a Sabbath service that we were commanded to keep the day. We were commanded to rest from our labors and keep it holy.
Right.
So we observe the Sabbath. We don't keep the Sabbath because we don't serve the Sabbath. As Christ said, the Sabbath was created for man, officer by
right.
Man was not created for the Sabbath. So fake Israelites and Christians, they follow the oppressor, and the oppressor is not supposed to teach the Bible. So of course their understanding of the Bible is going to be adulterated.
Right.
You understand? When it says doing thy own pleasure, the own pleasure is talking about what? Money. It's not talking about sexual relation. You understand? Work. That's what the scripture says about doing labor for hire, meaning your boss can't force you to work. But if you don't have no employees, turning on the lights in your house is not work, officer by.
Right.
You understand? But also, the Lord had just wanted me to bring this out, right? Because we see what's going on in the world. And I seen this Ishmaelites, or this Persian woman, said she was reading the Quran when the bombs dropped. And I was like, wow, you know, even though all that's going on, even though the God of Islam is a fake God, they still dedicated. So what about us as Israelites? How dedicated are we? And do we know about our God? So I said, you know what? Let me, before we start the service, officer, about if you could, get me 2nd Ezra, the 5th chapter. And if you could, bring me down all the way to verse 5 and 23.
Okay. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 23. And said, O Lord, that bearest rule of every wood of the earth, and of all the trees thereof, thou hast chosen thee only one vine.
So now we're going to establish something, because people have a misconception on earth that if God created everybody, why does God have a favorite thing? Is there a chosen people? Well, we just read God made all the vines, right? There are different fruits that grow on vine, right? But Mosiah said he has what? What the last precept it says what?
Thou hast chosen thee only one only vine.
See, so out of all the vine trees the Lord created, he has one special one. Read on.
Verse 24. And of all lands of the whole world, thou hast chosen thee one pit.
Read on.
And of all the flowers thereof, one lily.
So the land that the Lord chose, that pit, is the land of Jerusalem. You understand? The land of Israel. city of Jerusalem, but the land of Israel. And the Lord has a favorite plant or flower, the lily, the fleur de lis. You understand? Read on.
Verse 25. And of all the depths of the sea, thou hast filled thee one river.
And out of all the seas and oceans the Lord created, he has one favorite river. That's the river Jordan. Read on.
And of all builded cities, thou hast hallowed Zion unto thyself.
Right. Jerusalem. All the cities he chose Zion, right? That represents the nation of Israel. Read on.
Verse 26. And of all the fowls that are created, thou hast named thee one dove.
And all of birds the Lord made fowls. As majestic as the eagle is, right? The Lord chose the pigeon.
Right.
And it's funny, there's racism even in with pigeons, Officer by.
Right.
Because they call a white pigeon a dove and they call a black dove a pigeon. But the Most High said his favorite bird or fowl is the dove, the pigeon. Read on.
And of all the cattle that are made, thou hast provided thee one sheep.
Now, we all love a good steak, right? We love a porterhouse, a tomahawk steak, a good ribeye, a New York strip. But as delicious as the cows are, out of all the cattle and goat meat, the Lord said his favorite is the sheep.
Right.
Why are we reading this? Why is Ezra's bringing it out? Because people don't understand the nature of the Most High. Yes, he created everything, but out of everything, he has favorites. Right. Just like how you have a favorite pair of shoes, a favorite boot you have, a favorite garment, right? Out of everything the Lord made, out of all those things, he always have a favorite. Read on.
Verse 27. And among all the multitudes of peoples.
Among all the multitudes of people, God created everybody. Read on.
Thou hast gotten thee one people.
Out of everybody God made, the only nation he recognized as people is the nation of Israel. So if you're a Chinese, God don't even consider you a people. You're nobody, you're nothing.
Right.
You're nothing. If you Moab, so-called Chinese today, and you tuning into this class, that's how God feel about you. Right. That's why your God is a fat statue called Buddha. You understand? That's why Ishmael is God is a rock. It has no life in it. Right. But the God of the Israelites is the living God. Read on. Is that it on that?
A little bit more.
Go on.
And unto this people whom thou lovest, thou gavest a law that is approved of all.
Man, see that? And he gave his law to the people, his favorite people on the earth, which is the Bible. He didn't give the Bible to everybody. He only gave it to the nation of Israel.
Right.
You understand? Read on. Was that it on that?
That was
okay. So real quick, let's get the proof of that. Psalms 149. Precept upon precept. So now we went through all God's favorite thing, and he said his chosen people is the nation of Israel. And he said he appointed to them a law. So let's see see the proof of that in the scripture. You got it?
This is the book of Psalms, the 147 and verse 19.
Psalms 147 and verse 19. Read.
He sheweth his word unto Jacob.
He is the Most High God, Yahweh in the Hebrew. He showeth his word. What is his word? The Bible. Unto Jacob. Who is Jacob? Jacob's name was turned from Jacob to Israel, and he became the father of the Israelites, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand? Read on.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
His statutes and his judgments. The statutes are the laws, and the judgments are the penalties you face for breaking those laws. And some of those penalties are death penalty offenses. Read on.
Verse 20. He have not dealt so with any nation.
God didn't deal with no other nation. We see he created our nation and he chose the nation of Israel. Right here, he's making sure he's driving home the point. He didn't show the Bible to no other nation. So I don't understand how the church is saying all these people is in these churches talking about God. You should not be reading the Bible if you're not Israelite.
Right.
The Israelite is supposed to teach you the Bible. But no heathen is supposed to take up these records called the Bible. Right. You understand? Is there more on that? Okay, so real quick, go ahead.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
And they don't know the judgments of the Lord, because God chastised those who we love. You can't get the penalties of the law if you don't know the law. Right. That's the proof that you don't have the law. That's why we're in the time of the Gentiles. That's why y'all ruling the earth. Right. But black man, why the nation's ruling and you're on the bottom? Because you refuse to change your ways, to come back to the laws of God. A lot of our people love sin. Y'all love being immoral. Y'all love going to the Diddy parties and the freak-offs and freaknik. You understand? You love getting tattoos and smoking our oppressors' drugs. But Christ is coming back. You see what's happening on earth. So one more precept, if I could. Isaiah 40 and 15. And we'll end that, and then we'll go into the reading. Let's drive home this point. God only loves Israel. So when you see bombs dropping and people talk about, where is Allah? There is no Allah. God is judging the Persians. That's the modern day Iranians. That's who he's judging. And he's about to bring all nations into the valley of decision. I heard this big head pastor, Geno Jennings, talk about it. I hear a lot of people talk about Jesus is coming back. Yes, he's coming back. Right. Do we know if Donald Trump is going to be the last president? No. But as an Israelite, if you're righteous, you shouldn't pray for the destruction of this world. That's what we hope for here in the I.S.U.P.K. I'm hoping that Donald Trump is the last United States president and that God brings his judgment swiftly. That's what I pray for every day. I'm tired of being in slavery. I'm tired of going on social media and seeing all the atrocities done to our people. Right. You understand? Officer Abad and Captain Shapar is about to bring out a story. I might even go into it, but just when you tune in tomorrow to Captain Shapar's class, tomorrow at 4 p.m., you're going to see the atrocities, man, and all the inventions that we invented, and they stole our ideas. Right. You know, seeing the oppressor, a young Israelite was playing on his bike. Edomite ran him over with his car and went to court, and we got no justice. Right. The good white people that they say exist, somehow they always evade jury duty. And these good white people said not guilty. And as the Edomite was leaving the courthouse, you know what he did the officer by? He spit at them. He spit at the family. So let's read what God said about these heathen nations. Yes. Especially the oppressors, so-called white men. Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, the 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
This is outside of the nation of Israel. The nations are nothing. They're a drop of a bucket. They are insignificant. That's why the Lord allowing the U.S. to bomb Iran into the Stone Age. Read on.
And are counted as the small dust of the balance.
And it's counted, meaning God took all of them together, and they're insignificant. All these nations together, they're insignificant. They're nothing. Read on.
Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
The isles, the Polynesian islands, the Filipino islands, the Samoan islands, all of them as a very small thing. Read on.
Verse 16. And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn.
You hear that? Even though the whole country, whole land of Lebanon is being burnt to a crisp, God is not accepting that as a sacrifice. He still don't care. He ain't bad at eye what's happening in Lebanon. Read on. Lebanon represents the Arabs. Read.
Nor the beasts thereof sufficient for a burnt offering.
Meaning y'all could take all the camels, all the cows, all the doves, everything in the land of Lebanon and Middle East and all these heathen nations, and God is still not going to accept it as a sacrifice. Read on.
Verse 17. All nations before him are as nothing.
All nations, the so-called white men, the Africans, the East Indians, the Arabs, the Palestinians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Samoans, the Polynesians, the Eskimo, the Aborigines of Australia. All nations are nothing. Read on.
And they are counted to him less than nothing.
And y'all less than nothing. What is less than nothing? I don't even know what that is. I can't even quantify it. Right. You said that y'all nothing and then less than nothing. So we'll end it right there, Officer by. Let's get into the reading. Baba Kashaf, you want to set it off? Oh yeah, we gotta do the prayer. Salaki. We don't have a third priest, so we'll just spin up here at Madium. And Salaki, those of you at home, fix the camera. Oh, it's too watch. It's too watch? Okay. You at those of you tuning in at home, get your incense, light your incense, you know. If you have a bottle of oil, you could use, I usually at home, the Goya small bottles from the bodega or supermarket, extra virgin olive oil, and keep it in your pantry. You understand? Some olive oil, some frankincense and myrrh, and set the mood. You know what I mean? Even though you're not physically here in the class, you're in the class digitally watching online. Light your frankincense and myrrh. Get your some extra virgin olive oil. Get yourself some yayan, man, and get yourself in that spirit. You know, today's a day of rest. You want to focus on the thing of the Lord. You know, like Paul said, man, pray every day.
Right.
Pray without ceasing. Also,
Right.
You understand? Pray for the destruction of our enemy and the restoration of our nation.
Right.
So, Slack of Sabbath, you can blow the shofar.
Yes.
Change this to
YAHANNA, which means Israel.
blow the shofar. Madium, Wasar, Wapanya, Hakodam, stand and turn and face the east. Okay. What's it, 67 or something? Yeah, put like 68. Oh, you turned it on? Yeah, because it's close. All right, we're gonna send up these prayers. Got upside down.
Yes. You said I'm already.
Come.
Okay, this is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa,
Abanaw,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Kodash,
Kwadash,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Shemka,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakutka,
Malakutka,
Taba'ah,
Taba'ah,
Barzaka,
Batazaka,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Aisha,
Aisha,
Barakza,
Baharataza,
Kawah,
Kuwa,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Bashemayim,
Bashemayim,
Nathanael,
Nathanael,
Lacham,
Lacham,
Kal,
Kal,
Yawam,
Yawan,
Wasalaknau,
Wasalaknau,
Chab Wawafnau,
Kabawatnau,
Kasalaknau,
Kasalaknau,
Chab Wawaf Yinau,
Kabawatnau,
Wala'ah,
Wala'ah,
Taibainau,
Tabi'ainau,
Wanasai 1,
Wanasaya 1,
Abal,
Abal,
Awashainau,
Abashainau,
Mayan,
Mayan,
Rai,
Rai,
Hayah,
Kaya,
Laka,
Lacha,
Amalakwa,
Amalakwa,
Wala'ala,
Wa'ala,
Wadpara,
Kotara,
Nawalayim,
Na'aiwulumium,
Aman.
Aman. Right, this is the English translation to the Hebrew. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come.
thy will be done in earth,
Thy will be done in earth,
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
give us our
as
debts,
we forgive our
as
debtors.
we forgive our debtors,
And lead us not
and lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but
but
deliver us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
Thine is the kingdom,
and the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. This is the Akak of the power in Hebrew. Yahweh Shemal Shah,
Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua,
Babu Kushah,
Babu Kushah,
Nathanael,
Nathanael,
Akak,
Achat,
Akak,
Akat,
Lapa,
Lapa,
Kamakala,
Kai Makala,
Kamadawa,
Kai Madawa,
Akak,
Achat,
Atahar,
Latahar,
Amatazarayim,
Amatazariah,
Akak,
Achat,
Lahapia,
Laakwim,
Amathia,
Amathi,
Akak,
Achat,
Arakwa,
Arakawat,
Tamala,
Atama'ala,
Gorshan,
Lagorshan,
Bashimial Shah,
Bahashem Yahushua,
Wadaman.
Wadaman. This is the power English translation. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua,
and Yahweh Shah,
please give us the power to heal
power to heal
all manner of sickness
all men of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
and all men of disease,
the power to cleanse the leper,
power to cleanse the leper,
the power to raise the dead,
power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
power against unclean
to
spirits,
cast them out.
cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahweh Shah,
thank you so big.
thank you, so be it. This is the blessed Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Shemial Shah,
Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua,
Barak Lanawa,
Barak Lanawa,
Wayashtrala,
Wayasha'ala,
Wahabayak Sapari,
Wahabayat Sapari,
Shemial Shah,
Bahashem Yahushua,
Wadaman.
Wadaman. This is the blessed Israel. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahweh Shah,
bless us
bless us
and Israel
and Israel
and the school.
and the school.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua,
name of Yahweh Shah,
thank you so big.
thank you, so be it. This is the I.S.U.P.K power structure blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Allahaya.
Wa Lahayim.
Because we are.
Matazabaya.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap Yahanna.
Alawap.
Alawapim.
Asarani.
Arasaranium.
Aquatazayani.
Akwatazayayim.
Akaya Yayim.
Chayayayim.
Waha Akwathian.
Waha Akwathian.
Yahweh Shim Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Wadama.
All right. Power structure blessing in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shah.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commander General Yahanna.
Commander General Yahanna.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
Troopers.
And assistants.
And assistants.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shah.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha.
Aisha.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Awahori.
Ahori.
Yeah.
Mayan.
Yabaha.
Yaba.
Azoria.
Izoria.
Azoria.
Izoria.
Ma'an.
Ma'ain.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Asha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Mawakza.
Warataza.
Ayathan.
Alyathan.
Namawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Alyanawam.
Alyanawan.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Anawam.
Yanawan.
La'a.
Wala'a.
Yishan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamor.
Yashuala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Zalka.
Tazalka.
Alyat.
Alyat.
Yamyinka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Ashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yikaka.
Yakaika.
Lyra.
Lyra.
Balayla.
Balayla.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Yashmarka.
Kara.
Kalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashmar.
Athapashka.
Athapaska.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashmar.
Zalka.
Lazaatka.
Wa'aka.
Wabaatka.
Naita.
Waita.
Wa'aidawalam.
Wa'aid Iwalam. All right, 121st Psalms in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes into the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
Help coming from the Lord.
which made heaven and earth.
May heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be
He will
moved.
not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
Shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all
from
evil.
all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
and thy coming in from this time forth
This time forth,
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. This is Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayam.
Allah Hayyum,
Al Damayaraka.
Al Damayalaka,
Al Takarash.
Wa Al Takharash,
Al Tashakwat.
Wa Al Tashakwat,
Ah.
Al
Kayahana.
Kayahana,
Awayabika.
Our Yabuka,
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan,
Ash.
Wa Ash,
Al Aimaka.
Al Aimaka,
Yahweh Yamwa.
Yahweh Yanwa,
Sawada.
Sawada,
Wayatha.
Wayatha,
Axtawa.
Yahweh Aitazawa,
Axtapawanyaka.
Al Tazapawanyaka,
Amora.
Amora,
Lakawa.
Lachawa,
Wanakakira.
Wanakakidu,
Magoya.
Magoya,
Wala'a.
Wala'a,
Yazakar.
Yazakar,
Sham Yashala.
Sham Yasha'ala,
Iwada.
Iwada,
Kaya.
Kaya,
Wa'aitazawa.
Yahweh Aitazawa,
Laba.
Laba,
Kadwa.
Yachadwa,
Ayaka.
Alika,
Barya.
Boria,
Yakarathwa.
Yacharathwa,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
The one.
Adawam,
Wayashamalayam.
Wayashamaliyum,
Mawaba.
Mawa'aba,
Mahagari.
Wagorim,
The ball.
Gabal,
Wamawan.
Wa'aimawan,
Wamala.
Waimalak,
Alasha.
Palishat,
Amishabi.
I'm your Shabya,
The war.
Tazawar,
War.
Gamashawar,
Alawa.
Lanawa,
Amam.
Hayamam,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Zarawa.
Zawai,
The Banyalawa.
Labanyalawat,
Salah.
Salah,
Ashalalaham.
Aishalaham,
Kamadian.
Khamadian,
Kasayasra'a.
Kasayasara,
Kayabian.
Kayabian,
Banakho.
Wanakho,
Koyashwan.
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa,
Bayan the Ira.
Bayanda Iowa,
Hayawa.
Hayawa,
Daman.
Daman,
La'adat.
Ladatma,
Shayatamwa.
Shayatanwa,
Na. Shayatamwa Nadiyadmawa.
Nadayadmawa,
Kaira.
Kaira,
Kaza Abba.
Wakaza Abba,
Kaza Ba.
Wakaza Bat,
Wakata Zamana.
Wakal Tasmanai,
Kanasiyakamwa.
Kol Nasiyakanwa,
Ashore.
Ashur,
Amorwa.
Amorwa,
Nairasha.
Nairasha,
Anawa.
Lanawa,
Ah.
Af,
Nawa.
Nahawath,
Alahayam.
Alahayam,
Alahaya.
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa.
Shayatanwa,
Kagaga.
Kadagala,
Kakwa.
Kokwash,
Lapanya Waka.
Lapanya Waka,
Kaash.
Kaash,
Ba Ira ya Ira.
Yaba Ira, Ya Ira,
Wakala Abba.
Wakala Abba,
Kalaha.
Salahat,
Harayam.
Panuyam,
Khan.
Khan,
Radatma.
Zaradatma,
Basa Ira.
Basa Irika,
Wabasa Wapatka.
Wabasawa Patka,
Tabahalam.
Sabalam,
Mala'a.
Wala'a,
Panyaham.
Panyaham,
Kalawan.
Kualawan,
Waya Bakwashwa.
Ayaba Kwashwa,
Shamka.
Shamka,
Yahawa.
Yahawa,
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa,
Waya Bahawa.
Waya Bahawa,
Adi Ai.
Aidi Ai,
Parb.
Waya Kapadwa,
Waya Abad.
Waya Abadwa,
Waya the Ai.
Waya the Iwa,
Waya Ata.
Waya Atha,
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labadka.
Labadka. Al Yawan.
Al-Kaharatazah.
Al Kaharatazah. All right, this is Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies
For lo, thy enemies
make a tumult.
make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate
have
thee
lifted up their head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty
They
counsel
have taken crafty counsel
against thy people
against thy people.
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
come
come,
and let us cut them off
let's put them off
from being a nation,
from being a nation.
that the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more
there
remembrance.
be no more remembrance.
For they have consulted together
They have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate against
They
thee,
are confederate against thee,
the tabernacles of Edom
the rocks of Edom,
and the
and
Ishmaelites
the Ishmaelites,
of Moab
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
and Hagarene,
Gabal
Gabal,
and Ammon
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assures also join with them.
So us will join with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah,
Do unto them
do unto them
as unto the
as unto
Midianites.
the Midianites.
As the Sisera,
Sarah,
as the Jabin,
as to the Ben,
at the brook of Kison,
broke his arm,
which perished at Endor.
crashed the door,
They became as dirt for the earth.
came as dug for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb,
You know, was like a
and
red.
like Tien.
Yeah,
Yea,
yeah,
all their princes,
all the princes.
as the Ba
As the Ba,
and as Zamuna,
as Amuna,
who say,
who said,
let us take to ourselves
let's sit to ourselves,
the houses of the Most High
unto the Most
in
High,
possession.
in possession.
Oh, my power,
Oh, my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
the fire burns the
and
wood,
as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and the flames of the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid,
with thy storm.
thy storm,
Fill their faces with shade,
for their faces with shame,
that they may see thy name.
that they may see thy
Oh,
name.
Yahweh,
Oh, Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded,
and troubled forever.
shall forever.
Yea,
Yeah,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame,
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone,
is Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the Most High
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Sar, which means to turn. Remain standing. All right, Shabbat, which means be seated. Christ. All right. Real quick, if I could, let's see who's joining us in the class today. All right, we got Nazamana, we got Officer Shabar Zakia. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shabakata. Congratulations, Precinct Officer Shabar, be raised up to Officer 500. All right, breaking them chains. All right, we got Sister Calathia. You got to change your name, sis. We have Barth Wana, sis, always in the chat. Hey, Thawada for joining us. All right, let's get into the reading. Right on time. We're at Numbers, the 20th chapter, and the 7th verse. If you got any questions, put it in the chat, Baba Kusha. If we could, we have time, we'll get to it. And we appreciate you joining us. See the events that's going on in the world. A lot of people is afraid, but we're excited. You know, the I.S.U.P.K has been bringing this out of the Bible since 1969. That all nations is going to be drawn into a great war in the Middle East. So, you know, they've been pump faking a lot. They'll rise up, have a little skirmish here. We get excited. Then it dies back down. Then they get a little skirmish, and then everybody's always like, is this the one? Is this the one? Is this the one? Guess what y'all don't know? World War III been started. It's just certain things have to take place as it's happening. You understand? The scripture says, lest there be a falling away first, right? And then that man of sin be revealed. That man of sin is being revealed now. Why? Now we're seeing the Epstein file. Now everybody's realizing, everybody's realizing that this government is being ran by PDFs. You know, PDFs that indulge in human flesh. That's what we're starting to find out, you know, and that the Bible is a real book. No more people could make fun of the Bible. Oh Christ, you know, nobody could make fun of the Bible no more. Like, it ain't a real book, because guess what? Out of all the books on the earth, Israel, the Bible is the one that tells us what's going on now. You know, I always, like, I go to camp, I always ask the Muslims, especially here in Philly Muslims, where's the prophecy of black people in the future in the Quran?
Right.
Then the prophecy concerning black people, like where we're going to be. You know, they talk about the great devil, Dajjal, and all this other foolishness, but what's the plan in the Quran for blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians? There is no plan. You understand? The only book is the Bible.
Right.
That's the book of God. You understand? Upside by real quick. Give me Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter.
Huh.
You know what I want? 11th verse.
Right.
Real quick, and then we'll go into the reading. A lot of people like to fix their mouth and talk ill of the Bible, but the Bible is speaking now. There's no other books. Where's all the wise men? You know, where's the yogi that read the Sanskrits? Is there any prophecies in the Sanskrits, the secret teachings of the yogi,
right,
or the Egyptian book of the dead? All these different books. You have it upside by?
Yes. You want to start at verse 11?
Bible Kashan.
11. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th verse 11. The words of the wise are as gold,
right?
And as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies.
Read on.
Which are given from one shepherd.
Right. Those shepherds are the priests of the I.S.U.P.K. Read on.
Verse 12.
The head shepherd is Yahushua. Salaki, go ahead.
And further, by these, my son, be admonished of making many books.
So now this is Solomon, right? Solomon is the greatest man that ever walked the earth. So he's given us and admonishing us. I mean, he's giving us advice. And further, by these, my son, be admonished of what?
Of making many books.
When it says making many books, of reading all these different books. Brothers want to read they want to read the Quran. They want to read the Book of Mormon. They want to read the Egyptian Book of the Dead. They want to read the Book of Jasher. They want to read the Book of Enoch. And further, by these, my son, be advised of reading all these books. Read on.
There is no end.
There is no end to these books. You go to the so-called religious book section. You ever been to the religious book section? They got thousands of books, right? From top to bottom, books on spirituality, how to pray, talking to angels and all that. Be admonished of making many books. There is no end to these books about God. Read on.
And much study is a weariness of the flesh.
And much study is a weariness of the flesh. Be careful of trying to read these different philosophies, because you're going to be caught up.
Right.
Now you're going to run into contradictions, and then you're going to try to make sense of it.
Right.
And then you're going to do what? Start questioning the Bible, right? Because you're going to read something in the book of Enoch, and then in the book of Enoch, it tells you that there were Nephilims, but the Bible don't talk about no Nephilims.
Right.
In the book of Genesis, it says the sons of God is the sons of Adam. So the daughters of men that they will fear. The other people that was on the earth at the time. Angels didn't have sex with women. That's just some fantasy they created. You understand? So be admonished of making many books. There is no end. And much studying is weariness of the flesh. It will wear your mind out. It'll drive you crazy. Read on.
Verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So now, if you don't want to read these books, what is it about? What is everything about? Why we come to the Sabbath service? As black people, what does God want us to do? Read.
Fear God.
We must fear the Most High. That fear is respect. We're not afraid of the Most High. Fear is what? Respect. Fear the Most High. Read on.
And keep his commandments.
Keep his religion.
His commandments.
His commandments. God didn't give us religion. The Bible is not a religious book. The Bible comes. Do you know where the word Bible comes from, brother?
Collection of books.
Right. There was the Latin word for the word Bible. Biblios, which is a collection of records. The collection of the records of the Israelites.
Right.
That's what the Bible is. Our ancient forefather, Adam. And when he first got the truth. Did I say something wrong? All right, let me get a precept real quick. Let's find out what when God made man in its image, what was it talking about? Go back. Give me that on Genesis, officer, if you could. God made man in his image.
Yes. Genesis 1, I believe it's 20.
Let's
Yeah,
find out.
27.
Right, Bible Shah. Can you read it?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 27. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Verse 28. And God blessed them and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
Read that again from the top.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 27. So God created man in his own image.
So God, the Most High God, the powers, created man in his image. Does that mean to look like God? Read on.
In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them.
Okay, now get me Colossians 3 and 10. Let's find out what's the image of God according to the Bible, not according to religion or Christianity. The book of Colossians 3 and verse 10. This is the image of God right here. Let's find out what this image is, oversight by. People get confused when they read that. When it says God created Adam after his own image, meaning man was already created in the 6th day, but man was created from the dust of the ground. We was in a low state. So how do we elevate from a low state to a high state? A state of what? Being able to receive instruction, right? What separates men from animals? Does a cow know what dietary laws are? A cow don't know what dietary laws are, right? Does a bird know? No, a bird don't know. Birds go by instincts. But men, we have the ability to do what? To receive instruction. That's what separates us from animals. You understand? We're given laws to know right from wrong. Eat this, don't eat that. So now let's go in the book of Colossians to see what the image of God is.
This is the book of Colossians 3 and verse 10. And have put on the new man.
So now remember, Adam was already created in the 6th day. So when God made Adam in his image, Adam is becoming what? A new man. So let's find out what this new man is. Read.
Which is renewed in knowledge.
Is renewed in what?
Which is renewed in knowledge.
That's renewed in religion.
In knowledge.
In knowledge of God, right and wrong. That's what Adam was given in Genesis. And then if you remember, after he got that, Adam started naming all the animals. You understand? That's how everything got its name. That's how we got the Hebrew alphabet. You understand? If you look at the first character of the alphabet, it's actually the head of a cow.
Right.
Point to it outside body if I could real quick, so the brother can see. You see it? You can see it? That's the head from a sideways view. You see the horn? So if you're like looking at it from top down, you see the two horns coming out and the triangle head of the cow. And that's how that's what they call it, Paleo Hebrew or ancient Hebrew. You understand? That's how Adam created the Hebrew language. And everybody spoke Hebrew in the beginning of time. So when did the nation's language got divided? At the Tower of Babel. Man was conspiring against God, and God said, no, we're not doing that. You're going to speak Chinese, you're going to speak Swahili, they're going to continue speaking Hebrew, and all the languages was what? Confounded. You understand? That's why it was called Babel. Because they say, man, when you don't understand somebody, what they call it? They say, man, this dude is babbling on and on and on. Meaning, because they didn't understand each other. You understand? So Colossians 3 and 10 is what shows us that the Lord gave Adam the knowledge of the truth. Right. Write that down in your notes so nobody could confuse you or bewitch you with when God made man in his image. Right. The image of God is the knowledge. Of course, we know God in the spirit is a black man. And we know Jesus Christ walked the earth and he's a black man. The chosen people of God are black people. Right. So we don't need to go into that. Let's go into the reading real quick. Numbers 20 and 7. Oversight body is going to set it off in the Lashawan Kodash.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 20 and verse 7 in the Hebrew. So, Numbers 20. This is the book of Numbers 20 and verse 7 in the Hebrew. Wayah Debar Yahweh al Masha la Amor. Verse 8. Kwak af hamata waha kwaho af ha'aida atha wa'a haran a ak yaka wa debartham al hasalai la I yun yaham wa Nathan ma yum yawa waha wa tazaaf laham mayam man ha salai waha shak yaf af ha aida wa af ba'a yaram. Verse 9. Waya kwak masha af hamata ma lapanya Yahweh ka ashar taza wahawa. Verse 10. Wa yakohawa masha wa a haran af ha kwaho al panya ha salai waya amar laham shama shamaiwa na'a ha Maryam ha man ha salai haza nawa taza ya'a lakam mayam. Verse 11. Wa yaram masha af yadwa wa yak af ha salai ba ma tahwa pa ain yam wa yataza awa mayam. You want to grab that boy?
Come, come.
I want to grab.
No, no, I got it.
Wa ba yam wa ba sha ha I da wa ba a yaram. Verse 12. Wa ya amar Yahweh al masha wa al haran ya ain la'a ha ma ha man thum vaya la ha quad yashamya la I yanya banya yashrala lakan la'a taba ya'awa a ha haza al ha arataza ashar na fa ya laham. In verse 13. Ha ma maya mara yaba ashar rabwa banya yashrala af ha wa waya kodash ba. That's the end of the 7 verses in Hebrew.
I read it in English, but sure.
This is the book of Numbers, the 20 verse 7 in the English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 8, take the rod and gather thou the assembly together, thou and Aaron thy brother, and speak ye unto the rock before their eyes, and it shall give forth his water, and thou shalt bring to them water out of the rock. So thou shalt give the congregation and their beast drink. Verse 9. And Moses took the rod from before the Lord as he commanded him. Verse 10. And Moses and Aaron gathered the congregation together before the rock. And he said unto them, hear now, ye rebels, much we fetch you water out of this rock? Verse 11. And Moses lifted up his hand, and with his rod he smote the rock twice. And the water came out abundantly, and the congregation drank, and their beasts also. Verse 12. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron, because ye believe me not to sanctify me in the eyes of the children of Israel, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them.
You hear that? So what was taking place? We was in the wilderness. And let's bring it up to today, right? Commander General YAHANNA is the leader of all blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Right.
But what do you have today? You got all these fake Israelite groups. You got so-called black leaders, right? The civil rights movement leaders. Since the time of civil rights, how has it benefited our people? They led us to the voting booth. They led us to get dog sick on us, to eat at white restaurants. And by doing that, we made it seem like their restaurants was better than ours, right? If somebody's willing to let a dog tear their flesh to eat at their restaurant, what is that saying? That food must be amazing, officer. As opposed to ours, that's not that good. So we risked our lives to go and join them. And what we had for ourselves, we let it languish. That's what our leaders did to us. So we're reading that we're in the wilderness with Moses. The Lord said, Moses and Aaron. And even then, they had rebels among them. Right? Today, you have the I.S.U.P.K, but our people are not locking in. They want to join these fraternities. They want to be Greek. They want to be Republicans or Democrats. Right? They don't want to come and join for us to get out of this captivity. Return back to the Lord's statute, judgment, commandments of the Most High. Return back to the nation that God gave us, our identity. We want to go what? Follow everybody else. So just like we're reading here, Moses said the rebels, and he said what? Because they didn't have faith, because they didn't want to listen to the I.S.U.P.K, just like we did, they didn't want to listen to Moses and Aaron. It says that entire generation. Officer, I read that last part.
Come.
Therefore,
yes, therefore ye shall not bring this congregation into the land which I have given them.
You understand that? That's where we are as a nation of people. Because they don't want to recognize that God has one man set up to lead the nation. They want to go up. Everybody want to be the man and do their own thing. We're going to still stay here in slavery. The revolution is going to happen, but it happens when we stop being stubborn. Put down the drugs. Put down the sin. Become moral people. That is very simple. We don't have to pick up one weapon. Of course, you got to defend yourself. But when I say weapons, meaning we don't have to take a physical arms against our oppressor. It starts with us following the laws of the Bible. Read on, Officer Sabbath.
If I can make a point real fast.
Come, so go ahead.
Yes. Also, in this section of the story, Moses, the Lord commanded Moses to speak to the rock, right, Ward? But he smote it twice. So he disobeyed the Lord in that regard. So the point is that no matter what position you're in, you still have to obey the Lord. There's going to be consequences. Because of that, Moses wasn't allowed to enter into the promised land because he messed up at this particular moment when the Lord told him to speak to the rock instead of he smote it twice with the rock.
Excellent point, sir. You got carnal. Right, continue.
Okay. Verse 13. This is the water at Meribah, because the children of Israel strove with the Lord, and he was sanctified in them. And that's into the first section.
You know what? And that's excellent, Officer by meaning us in here that were called, the only thing, we're not better than our people. We were just called first. So in here, we can't get high-minded, and I can't walk in the street like I'm better than my people. You know why? Because at one time, I didn't know the truth. You understand? We didn't know the truth. But the Lord had mercy for us to walk through these doors. So now we have a responsibility that we got caught. Damn, I didn't know, man. I didn't know so much. But now that I know, it's my responsibility to make sure the rest of my brothers and sisters know it too. So they don't make the mistakes I was making. Or we as a nation been making so we could get out of this slavery. It has to start somewhere. Somebody got to find the truth and say, okay, we've been hitting our head against the wall. This is how we stop hitting our head against the wall.
Right.
This is how we get free, true freedom. How we take over the earth. See, and because of Christianity, we look at the Bible and the kingdom of heaven in like a religious way.
Right.
But it's actually tangible ruling the planet Earth.
Right.
Our oppressors stole our identity. You see what it did for them. The so-called Jew control Hollywood, the Diamond District in New York, right?
Right.
The going to the field of law, right? Television and movie production, they control that. There's not an industry that our oppressor don't control. Why? Because they stole our identity and they took it and they dominated the earth. Well, guess what? It was meant for us.
Right.
But we need to do what? What the book says. And then we could take over.
Right.
If we become moral people, brothers stop sleeping with brothers, that's a lot of the violence in the neighborhood, right? How many brothers in jail because some dude done hit on his girl or did something foul and then he got to go unalive his brother? And that's a lack of brotherhood right there. You know, if a woman sleep with another man, she's no longer your wife. Just, hey, keep it pushing.
Right.
Not saying adultery is condoned, but you don't add, that's what the scripture means, sin to sin, right? I sin against you, you don't then come get revenge.
Right.
You turn the other cheek, so to speak. That's what turning the other cheek is amongst Israelites. Whether there's something foul to me, but you know what? Me showing him mercy, he's going to always remember that mercy. And when it's time for him to show mercy, he just might do that. See how our brotherhood and sisterhood works? When we take the religious off of it and do the practicality of what the Bible says. These laws is how we govern ourselves, how we rule the earth. How did Joseph become Pharaoh in Egypt? Yes, Joseph was Pharaoh in Egypt. How did Israel get the best part of the land in Goshen? Because remember, when it says another Pharaoh arose that knew not Joseph, prophesied by, they said, what? Let's get him up out of the land. What does that mean? Let's get him up out of the best part of the city. If Joseph was in a position to save Egypt, prophesied by, to save the grain and all that, wouldn't he not know where was the best part of the land? And that's where he set his family up. And the Egyptians was tight. Well, I'm saying that because he used the wisdom the Most High gave him to become Pharaoh in Egypt. And just to show you, like Gino Jennings was saying, yes, the Lord reserved the right to change his prophecies.
Right.
We was meant to serve slavery 450 years, opposite, right? But the Lord only made it, what, 350 years. For 100 years, we ruled in Egypt. The Lord did that. Just like how we was ruling in the dark ages. And the scripture says our oppressor was loose for a little season. We're in that little season now. So it's no marvel that the Lord could make the 144,000 walk through that door. Hasten, because he said, Christ said he's seen Satan falling from heaven like lightning. Meaning, in a blink of an eye, everything could change. But we're in the second week of the war, right? So prior to 2 weeks ago, who was talking about World War III outside of the UPK? Nobody.
Right.
See that? Just fast, just like that officer by. We're at the brink.
Right.
Now we run, we got to get flashlight, we got to see canned goods. Why do we have to get that? Get me aim, Baba Kushar, sir. Job 18 and 11, Baba Kushar. Slack you, brother. You want to get it? What's your name? I forgot your name. Wes, if you could get that, Wesley. Job 18 and 11. This is in social media. We hear grumblings of this officer by. They said there's sleeper cells of Iranians or Arabs in America, and they say these sleeper cells are going to get activated. We don't need social media to tell us officer by. Our social media is the Bible. This is what the Bible. I don't believe in rumors. Let's go by what God said. This is what God said. Got to go ahead and read it. Call out chapter and verse.
Job 18, verse 11. Terror shall make him afraid on every side.
What did the Bible says? Repeat it.
Terror shall make him afraid on every side.
Do you know that, young man, what that means? Terror is terrorists. It's going to make America afraid on every side. Meaning this war in Israel is going to come right here in America. Right on your doorstep. Terror shall make him afraid on every side. Terrorists is going to drive America crazy. Read on. And should drive him to his feet. Meaning what? They're going to start bugging out. They're going to start creating wild laws. It might be martial law before you know it. This is not a rumor. We're reading out of the King James Bible. We've been saying this since 1969. Read on. Is there more than that?
Verse 12. His strength shall be hunger bitten.
His strength shall be hunger bitten. What's the strength of the American economy? Do anybody know? The strength of the American economy is the petrodollar. That's what they call it, because America's money is backed by Arab oil. You understand? That's why you watch the stock market. They say the barrel of oil prior to the war, a barrel of oil was what? In the 70s, right? Like $72 a barrel. Guess how much a barrel of oil is today? Let's look it up. Current price of a barrel of oil. As of March 6, 2026, oil prices surged due to Middle East tension, with West Texas Intermediate trading around 90.90 to 91.27 per barrel. Where was it previously? Like I said, it was in the 70s. So let's get that. So now it says we at 90 to $91 a barrel, right? Prior to the Iranian war, how much was a barrel of oil? Upside down. Yes. Read till we get the amount, please, about the shop.
Crude oil was trading around $67 per barrel.
$67 per barrel. Now we at $91 per barrel. $30 in 2 weeks.
Right.
So we went from around my area, I was paying what, $2.89 a gallon. Now it's over $3 and change for gas. Hey, Shalom, you know, so let's get back to the reading. So, you know, the Lord could change it just like that. Right. So while the Lord is judging the earth, we need to get ourselves together. What's the proof of that? If you could, oversight by give me Psalms 50:16. But before you do that, let's call up the third priest. What's the clock today? Ready? Okay. All right. Priest and officer, Galatians, step forward, present thyself, state thy registry.
Now you
gotta state your registry first. You got it right.
Kalataza,
Banya Hawada, Banya Shala. Yahweh Shenya Shabakatha. Real quick. We had on time, officer by. Okay, come. Yeah, a quarter after, right? Psalms 50 and 16, Bible shot. We will show you that two things is going to happen simultaneously. As God is judging America, he's going to start judging his people as well. So we're not going to slide under the radar. Of course, we're going to get out of the way of white folk. Let God judge them and deal with them. But what is our responsibility? We got to lock in with the Most High. We got to get ourselves together. Time for saying, I'm getting myself together, that demon I was struggling with. Now we got to put that away. But there's some food back there as well. If they ask the brothers if they want something to eat. All right, you got it?
Go
ahead.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, God said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes?
So the wicked is our oppressor, right? And God is saying, our oppressor, the so-called white man, should not be teaching black people the Bible. Read on.
Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth.
The covenant is the promise God made to our forefather Abraham by running around saying that God loves everybody and that the so-called Jew is the people of God. Read on.
Verse 17. Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee.
They hate instruction. They hate the instruction of God. They took the Bible, put it behind them, and they gave us religion.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 18. When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him.
You understand? All the European nation, all our oppressor, whatever nationality or name they went by, French, British, Italian, they all consorted together to steal our identity and steal our lands. Read on.
And has been partaker with adulterers.
And been partakers with adulterers, right? In captivity and slavery, they was what? Taking our women. Read on.
Verse 19. Thou givest thy mouth to evil.
They give their mouth to evil, right? They slander us. They stole all our inventions and said they came up with it off of Sabbath, right? They saying that we're Africans and that the so-called Jewish man is the chosen people of God, which is a lie. We're the chosen people of God, blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Right.
Read on.
And thy tongue frameth deceit.
And their tongue frameth deceit. God loves everybody. That's a lie. God only loved the Israelites, which is blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians. Read.
Verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother.
They sit and speak against us, right? Donald Trump come on TV and he said the wildest things about our Latino brothers and sisters. They're rapists, they're murderers, all this stuff, right? Black people are lazy. We're a small percentage of population and we commit the most crime, which is a lie. Read on.
Thou slanderest thine own mother's son.
And they slander us. You understand? Read on.
These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
So they was doing all these things to us, and it seemed like God wasn't going to judge America. But now we're in that time. Read.
Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself.
So they had us in slavery. They unalived us, and nothing happened to America. So they started thinking, wait a minute, God gotta be white, because nowhere we getting away with this, and we ain't get judged. God gotta be a white man,
right?
Which is a lie. Read on.
But I will reprove thee.
I will do what?
I will reprove
God
thee.
said he's going to judge America. And as he's judging America, read on.
And set them in order before thine eyes.
See, a lot of people read that and they get it confused off of Sabbath. I will reprove thee, Esau, and set them, the them is the Israelites. Right. That's who he's going to get in order. As he's judging America, he's going to get us in order. So we don't get caught up in the judgment of America. That's why Revelation, John the Revelator told us what? Come out of America. Come out of the mindset of America, man. Stop getting these tattoos and using our oppressors' drugs and living his lifestyle. Stop being a culture vulture. Right. Give the oppressor back his culture. Right. Our culture is this, the Bible. That's our culture. Is there more than that, Officer Colazzo?
All
right, so let's go back into the reading. We're in Numbers 20 and 14, Officer Sabat. All right, let me get it. In the last one, Kodash.
We have 20 and 14.
Okay. Numbers 20 and 14. In the last one, Kodash.
You read.
I got it. Waya Shalak, Masha, Mala'akayum, Mala'akyam, Makwadash, Al, Malak, Adawam, Ka, Amor, Akayak, Yasharala, Yasharala, Atha, Yada'if, Haf, Kol, Hafala'a, Ashar, Mataza'af, Noah. Verse 15. Wayar Dawa, Abath, Yanawa, Matazarium, Tazarayama, Wanashab, Bamatazarayum, Yamayam, Rabayam, Wayaraiwa, Lanawa, Matazarium, Wala Abathya Nawa, verse 16. Wana Taza Aikwa Al Yahweh, Wayashamai Kwala Nawa, Wayashlak, Wayashalak Malaak, Wayataza Anawa, Mamatazarium, Wahanak, Anak Nawa, Bakwarash, Ayar, Kwataza, Abawalak, Slakia, verse 17. Na'ai Bara, Na'a, Ba'arataza, Yak, La'a, Na'ai Bar, Bashada, Wabakorum, Wala'a, Nashatha, Maya, Ba'ar, Darak, Hamalak, Nalak, La'a, Nata, Yamayan, Washa, Ma'a, Wal, Aid, Ashar, Na'ai Bar, Gaba, Walak. Verse 18. Waya Amar, Ala Yuwa, Adawam, La'a, Ta'ai Bar, Baya, Pan, Bakar Rab, Ataza'a, Lakora'a, Bak. Verse 19. Waya Amarwa, Ala Yuwa, Banya, Ra'ol, Bamasala, Na'aila, Wa'am, Maya Mayak, Nashatha, Anya, Wamakwa Naya, Wanathatha Ya, Makaram, Rak, Ayan, Debar, Baragalaya, Aibara, verse 20. Waya Amar, La'a, Aibar, Waya Taza'a, Adawam, Lakwa Ra'wa, Ba'aim, Kabad, Wabayad, Kazakwa, verse 21. That was it. Okay, saying Christ. Numbers 20 and 14. Kalatazan in English, Babakasha.
Come on, Khan. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 20, verse 14. And Moses sent messengers from Kadesh unto the king of Edom. Thus said thy brother Israel, thou knowest all the travail that have befallen us, how our fathers went down into Egypt, and we have dwelt in Egypt a long time, and the Egyptians vexed us and our fathers. And when that we cried unto the Lord, he heard our voice, and sent an angel, and have brought us forth out of Egypt. And behold, we are in Kadesh, a city in the uttermost of thy border. Let us pass, I pray thee, through thy country. We will not pass through the fields or through the vineyards, neither will we drink of the water of the wells. We will go by the king's highway. We will not turn to the right hand nor to the left until we have passed thy borders. And Edom said unto him, thou shalt not pass by me, lest I come out against thee with the sword. And the children of Israel said unto him, we will go by the highway. And if I and my cattle drink of thy water, then I will pay for it. I will only, without doing anything else, go through on my feet. And he said, thou shalt not go through. And Edom came out against him with much people and with a strong hand.
So you know what's going on? The same thing that's going today. So it's two things happening. Moses is reminding Israel how we came out of Egypt by the hand of the Most High. And the way we came out is we cried unto the Lord, right? Black people really crying in America today. People is comfortable, you know. They going to Cancun, going to Mexico, right? Living their life, right? What's the saying today? They chasing that bag. Everybody want to get to the bag. Get to the bag. Nobody want to get to morality, to the laws of the Most High. So you know what the Lord is doing? The Lord is shutting everything down. Right? There's brothers and sisters that went into Mexico, Cancun, party and vacation. What happened? You know what happened in Mexico 2 weeks ago? War broke out. They killed the Mexican warlord, right? Mucho, whatever his name was. No, not Maduro. No, in Mexico. Right. They killed this brother that's part of the cartel. So they say. And the cartel shut Mexico down. They shot up the airport. Nobody could leave, come in and out. Then they show videos of white people over there looting. Right? Then we came over 2 weeks later, Dubai, right? Our people love going to Dubai. That's what the Lord did. Man Kev over there living his best life, streaming and flossing. The Lord shut down Dubai. So now Mexico, Dubai, all the places our people love to go partying and floss, the Lord shut that down. Right. The Bible said there's a time for everything. And the time we're now is a time for war. Right. It's a time for war, but our leaders, you know, they let us down. They leading us to go vote in what's the next election? 2028 or 2026? When is the next election? So-called election. Right? Next 2 years or so, that's what they're gearing up for. Democrats are going to take back the House. Who cares? Finding out the leaders of this government is a bunch of PDFs, man, and they eat children. Bible tells us to get out, come out of her, my people, man. Get your mind state out of America. Right. You got to have the mind of the Most High. Offside by, give me Ezekiel 9:4 real quick.
I got a precept.
Oh, but shut, go ahead, bring it out.
It's Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
You hear that? Be wise, man. Listen to the Most High. The knowledge that's talking about, the knowledge of the Bible. Putting away our sin, man. Returning back to identity. Don't be a fool and reject the knowledge of the Bible. That knowledge is coming out through the priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K. The prophets of the earth of the Bible is still here in the earth. Right. It's the men of the I.S.U.P.K. This is the home of the truth. I don't know what you've heard, but you've seen since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K. has been the only people teaching the Bible. Everybody else been teaching God loves everybody. You could do what you want. But we've been telling you, get out of America, not physically, but spiritually. Take your spirit out of America. Right. Gird up your loins spiritually, man. Get ready for war. Christ said, sell your garment for a sword, man. We're in a time of war, and our people are ill prepared because of our leaders in the Christian church teaching us religion. Well, now is not time to play catch up. Mosai is playing is talking about get down or lay down. You understand? Now give me Ezekiel 9:4.
This book of Ezekiel, the 9 and verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem.
Jerusalem represents wherever blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are. Wherever the Israelites are, let this sink into your spirit today. Go to the Israelites, and that's what we're going to do when we go to camp today. Right. You understand? That's how the Spirit hit this brother Wesley. He heard the truth from Priest Mathamyad, and he said, you know what, man? I've been living my life all this time, man. What makes sense as a black man? This makes sense. This is my identity. It feels comfortable, right? It feels good. Now I know my purpose in life. There's a reason why we're on the bottom of society. It's not because we were born to be slaves. It's because of disobedience. And damn it, I could actually change my condition with obedience. That's a light thing. Read on.
And set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That mark is not a physical mark. It's not like where you had Ash Wednesday, they put ashes on your forehead. That mark is the knowledge of God going in your mind. What's behind your forehead? Your brain. Right. Like Priest Kalatazar just brought out an excellent precept. The knowledge of the Most High. Be wise, man. Get the knowledge of this Bible. Get your identity. Boom, you're an Israelite. As an Israelite, what is my culture, my customs? The Bible is my culture.
Right.
What's the culture in the Bible? We speak the Hebrew. We have laws to govern our nation. We are a real nation of people with leaders. There's a code of conduct. There's a moral law, thou shalt not commit adultery. There's a civil law, thou shalt not steal. There's a dietary law, thou shalt not eat anything that's not cloven-footed and cheweth the cud. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. The ceremonial laws. That's our culture in the Bible.
Right.
Who is our God? Exodus 15:3. Lord is a man of war. 1 Corinthians 11. Remember the ordinances, the orders. The Lord does everything in the military. The nation of Israel is a military nation. That's what we are. But we lost so much because of slavery. But the Lord had mercy. And every captivity, the Lord always sent out a prophet. Right? In the Babylonian captivity, that prophet was Jeremiah. Well, in 2026, those prophets is the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
You understand? So now, and what we're doing, when we go out on the street, we set a mark. We put the knowledge of God in your head. Read on.
Verse 5. And to the others, he said, in my hearing.
And to the others that don't want to walk through this door, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians, if you're not in here, this is what's going to happen to you. Read on.
Go ye after him through the city.
Go after them to wherever they at. Read.
And smite.
And do what?
And smite.
And unalive. That's what smite means if you didn't know. If you're not in these doors, if you don't have the mark of 1 West I.S.U.P.K, and I say that with my full chest, if you don't have the mark of 1 West I.S.U.P.K, the angels of God is going to do what, Officer Bob? Read that again. They're going to go after and do what?
And smite.
And unalive you. Read on.
Let not your eyes spare.
And we're not going to feel sorry for you. Because since 1969, you've been hearing this word. You've been hearing that Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the 12 tribes of Israel. That the real Jews are black. The internet came out. You see Vladimir Putin put out the Russian icons. That the I.S.U.P.K been had the Russian icons. Proving that black people ruled Europe in the Dark Ages. So if we ruled Europe, that means everything you read in Revelations is true. That our oppressor, the so-called white man, was released out of the caves only a short season. Since the 15th century to now is not even a long time. Less than 600 years. Since that time to now, they've been ruling the earth. Read on Officer Bob. Is that on it?
Yes.
And have pity. No, he said, don't have pity.
Oh, verse 6. Slay utterly old and young.
Old people and young people. But it seems like young people is dying. All the dudes my age in the 50s and less younger than 50s dying. 49, 48, 47. There's some famous football player just passed away. He was like 48. Read on.
Old and young, both maids and little children.
Maids, women, and little children we're hearing about. We just heard a story that there's an oppressor that's there breaking the legs of young black babies in a hospital. There was a mother that went to the hospital, gave birth. They told her child was a stillborn. They did an autopsy. All the organs for the baby was missing. Why is these things allowed to happen to us? Because we don't want to turn back to the Lord. So the Lord said he's going to what? Release the angel of death against us. If we don't want to come in here quickly, man. We're warning you through the Spirit of the Most High. We're the watchmen. We're watching over the nation. Commander General YAHANNA have a show Monday nights at 9 o'clock. Black Watch. Because he's watching over the black nation. That's the Israelites. To show you all the atrocities happen to us and that the Lord is judging the earth and we need to come back to our identity, man. It's very important. Is there more on that offside by?
And woman, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
You hear that? Doesn't mean that if you come in the UPK, you're not going to die. No, that's not what it's saying. But you have a chance. You understand? That's all you need, right? Is a chance to make it out of here. Then the angel see you, we said, no, he see that mark. He see you trying to change your life, and he pass you right by. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. You know what the shadow of death is? Meaning every time you leave your house, you're in danger. Does that mean we walk around with the spirit of fear? No. Because also, too, with knowing that, the Lord said the angels of the Lord encamp around them that trust in him. So the righteous is as bold as a lion. So I don't look over my shoulders. I mean, I'm not loggerhead. I keep my head on a swivel, but I don't walk with that fear. Because I know I'm doing the Lord's. I'm trying to be perfect. Not trying, I'm being perfect because I don't break the laws. You understand? So we got to get ready for camp. So we passed the time. Hey, Wes, you got any questions? Now you good? All right. So we'll just take up the reading. We could. You want to read Kalatazar?
Yeah.
20. We end up upside by. We end up at 7 and 20, right?
Yeah, 7,
20 and 20. Sorry.
Numbers 20 and 21.
Version 20.
So you go to what, 26?
Here go to 20.
Okay, then we'll end it right there. Just want to get the 3 readings in, and then we can done. I go ahead, cut off the clock.
Come on, Con. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 20, verse 21. Wayaman Adawam Nathan Washar Allah Ibar Banab La Yuwa. Why you say?
That's right.
You got it. Baga. Balawa.
Bagabalan Wayata Wayat Wash Yashra Ma'ayon, verse 22. Wayasawa Wasa Iowa Maquad Dash Ba'awa Banaya was
You combine it and just say
Banya. Come on. Yashra Kal Ayada Ha'ar, verse 23. Waya Mar Yahweh Al Mashar Wa'ala Haran Bahar Hahar Al Gabaro, I don't know if I'm saying it. Gabawal, Harai, Arataza, Adawam, La Amar, verse 24. Atukwa, Asa, Haran, Al, I'm a one, Kaya, La, Yaba, Al, Ha'arataza, Ashar, Nata, Daya, Labanaya, Yashar Allah, Yashar Allah, Salaki, Al Hashar, Mar Rayathum, Ath, Haya, Lamaya, Ma Yaba, verse 25, Kwa, Ath, Aharan, Wa'ath, La Itazar, Banar, Waha, Banawa, Salagi, Waha'al, Atham, Hara, Har, verse 26, Waha Kwashak, Ahataran, Ath, Bagal, Gadua, Wahala Bash, Shatam, Ath, Al Izawar, Banar, Banwa, Hathor, Aharan, Ya'asa, Wamath, Shum. Wayaash, Masha, Ka Ashar, Tazai, Ya, Tazawa, Yahweh, Waya'al, Waya'aiwa, Al, Hara, Hara, La'ai, Yanaya, Kal, Idaha.
Man, Most High Christ, give him a hand, man. This Hebrew is not easy, especially after a long way off. So, sorry, Christ. Let's go back up.
21. It's the book of Numbers, chapter 20, verse 21. Thus Edom refused to give Israel passage through his border, wherefore Israel turned away from him. Verse
You see that? We've been battling these white people since back then, since the time of Moses. Remember, we was asking them to pass through the land. We even told them, listen, we won't even touch your water. We won't let our animals eat your food or drink your water. We just want to go through, right? The same thing today. We just want to live. We just want to drive to work and come back home. But they will not leave us alone, right? We just want to exist like everybody else. We don't want no special treatment. We just want to be able to go drive our cars like every other so-called American. But you got what? Driving while black, right? A brother was there cutting his hedges. He was cutting his hedges. You know what happened? Edomite just came out of his house and unalived the brother. You know what he did? Went back in and started doing his taxes. Like it was nothing, regular business. Another brother was doing yard work. Edomite came up and unalived him. You know what the judge said? The court says, stand your ground, not guilty. Same thing all the way back here. We just wanted to walk through the land of Edom, and they would not let us go through. They said, all we want to do is just pass through. All the way back then, we was battling with these devils. Hey, Shalom. Right, read on.
Numbers chapter 20, verse 22. And the children of Israel, even the whole generation, journeyed from congregation. Even the whole congregation journeyed from Kadesh and came unto Mount Hor. Verse 23. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron and Mount Hor by the coast of the land of Edom, saying, Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, for he shall not enter into the land which I have given unto the children of Israel, because ye rebelled against my word at the water of Meribah. Take Aaron and Eleazar his son, and bring them up unto Mount Hor, and strip Aaron of his garments, and put them upon Eleazar his son, and Aaron shall be gathered unto his people, and shall die there. And Moses did as the Lord commanded, and they went up into Mount Hor in the sight of all the congregation.
So we'll end it there. We're just going into the history, see what happened to us. We was battling them Edomites from back then, man. So, you know, it's the same thing we're going through now. As we're trying to get ourselves together, we got to battle these Edomites. Wow. Who's the Edomites? Our oppressor, the so-called white people. Wow. You know, back then, we just wanted to pass through the land. And you should say to yourself, why didn't they treat us if we was brother? Because they broke the brotherly covenant even since back then. When Jacob met Esau years later after he sold his birthright, you know what he had to do? He had to bribe him. He had to give him all his gifts and stuff. He said, I had to bribe him because of his anger when he was the one that sold his birthright. And I always say, white people tell black people, right? Pull yourself up by the bootstraps when they the one that done stole your boots. You understand? But, you know, it behooves us to tune into these classes, man. Come back to the I.S.U.P.K, man. Put on your identity, man. Don't let no one discourage you, man. It's a reason why we all walk through these doors. You understand? Christ said the harvest is plenteous, but the labors are few. This government, the rulership, is 144,000. I want to get one of them crowns. That's why I'm in here. I'm laboring for a crown to be put on my head by my king, Yahushua. Yes, we do have a king. The nation of Israel have a king. His name is Jesus Christ. In the Hebrew, it's Yahushua. We are the men that's laboring in the military. You understand? To meet our king to get a reward when he comes back and to deliver our nation. Just like how David had 37 mighty men. What was so ill about the 37 mighty men? These men had names of themselves. They didn't need David, but they seen the big picture and they said, I'm going to take my skills and I'm going to join him. At the greater outcome is to deliver the nation. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of just taking my skills for myself, if I join force with him and this brother has his skill and we all join forces together, we're unstoppable. Right. And that's what we're doing in the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? This past week, all I seen was brothers getting raised up left and right, left and right, left and right. You know what that signaled to me? That the Lord is going to bring that work in. The harvest is coming to us. So all of us better get ready. When you get that phone call, there's no time to get ready. You better be ready. Right. So with that, we'll bring the class to a close. Officer I.S.U.P.K, do you want to say anything?
La.
So Kalataza? La. Officer Batamiat? You two up? What? Okay, Most High in Christ. So we'll bring the service to a close. Is there any questions in the chat, Officer I.S.U.P.K? And if you could real quick, just highlight everybody that's in the chat. Give them a shout out. Those we missed from earlier, we have Sister Rakaya Banyamyan. We have Sister Barthwana again. We have Sister Kalafia, yep, checking in. Shabar. Yakona. We have Kayadwan, Hussein Christ, checking in from Alaska. Right. And Barthwana again. All right, Musa in Christ. San Christ. So I hope this class was informative and you know, cheer up your spirit, man. Go and enjoy your Sabbath day, man. Brother, if you want to take a plate to go, man, take a plate. I was on the grill all day yesterday, man. I grilled it up myself, so it might be a little spicy. Okay, Most High Christ. So ready upside back? That just the men up here. Imagine.
YAHANNA, which means to Israel.
All men of Madium stand to salute the Torah. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Yah. You said was the Most High named Christ blessing. Mountain, one spot, foot one foot out, and margin 10, and then smack the chest, smack the scroll. You'll say Yahweh, Hashem, El Shai, Rakia. You said was the Most High named Christ blessing.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barak Yah.
So, all right, sisters, Imadium, Wasar, Wapanya, Hakodam, wives turn and face the east. Send up these prayers.
Some prayers. When we pray, we lift up our holy hand. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw.
Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakutka.
Malakutka.
Aba'ah.
Aba'ah.
Barzaka.
Zayaka.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Barakata.
Maharatza.
Kawal.
Kawal.
Ayah.
Ayah.
Bashmayim.
Bashmayim.
Tananaw.
Tananaw.
Lacham.
Welcome.
Ka.
Ka.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Waslaknaw.
Waslaknaw.
Kabawaknaw.
Kabawaknaw.
Kaslaknaw.
Kaslaknaw.
Kabawaknaw.
Kawaknaw.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Abayaynaw.
Abayaynaw.
One side one.
One side one.
Ball.
Ball.
Oshaynaw.
Oshaynaw.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rod.
Rod.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wala'ala.
Wa'ala.
Para.
Wa'ala.
Olayin.
Olayin.
Aman.
English translation. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy
Thy
name.
kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done on earth,
Thy will be done on earth.
as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
We forgive our
As
debtors.
we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
Deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the
and
kingdom,
the power,
and the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. This is our cock of the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh Shem Yahweh.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Baruch Shah.
Baruch Shah.
Nathanaw.
Nathanaw.
Akak.
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 Lapa.
Lapa.
Kamakla.
Kamakla.
Kamadawa.
Kamadawa.
Akak.
Akak.
Latahar.
Latahar.
Tazarayim.
Amatazarayim.
Akak.
Akak.
Lahapi.
Lahapi.
Lamathi.
Lamathi.
Akak.
Akak.
Barakawat.
Barakawat.
Tamala.
Tamala.
Gorshan.
Gorshan.
Shem Yahweh.
Shem Yahweh Shai.
Waraman.
Waraman.
The power in English, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the
The
power.
power to heal.
Power to heal.
All manner of sickness.
All manner of
And
sickness.
all manner of disease.
All manner of
Power
disease.
to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the
Power
lepers.
to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean
To
spirits.
cast them out.
To cast them
In the
out.
name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Just to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh by
Shem
Hashem
Yahushua.
Now,
Barakah.
Yahshua.
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 Wow, sorry.
Shem Yahshua.
Wow, Shem Yahushua.
What I'm on.
What I'm
Bless Israel in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Bless us.
Bless us.
And Israel.
And Israel.
the school.
And the school.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
Just the power of blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Why Yahweh Shah.
Why Yahushua?
Wamayaka Allah.
Why Yahushua?
Wa'alahayim.
Wa'alahayim.
Nazbayah.
Tazabaya.
Alawak Bihan.
Alawak Bihan.
Alawak.
Alawak.
Asarani.
Asarani.
Akwadazayanya.
Akwadazayanya.
Akayayanya.
Akayayanya.
Wahagwafiyan.
Wahagwafiyan.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua.
Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
What I'm on.
What a man. Power structure blessing in English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahanna.
Commanding General
The
Yahanna.
generals.
Generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
The troopers.
Troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In the
Yahushua.
name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha.
Aita.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Ahorim.
Ahorim.
Mayan.
Mayan. Yabaa. Aizori. Aizori. Ma'an. Yahweh. Aisha.
Mayan.
Shemayam. Warakasa.
Ayathan.
Alithon. Namawat. Ugalka.
Ayanawan.
Ayanawan.
Shamarka.
Shmarka. Ana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
La'a.
Wala'a.
Yashan.
Yashan.
Shamar.
Shamar.
Yashua.
Yashua. Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shmarka. Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Awya.
Awya.
Yaminka.
Yaminka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Kaka.
Kaka.
Ayra.
Laira.
Layla.
Laila.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shmarka.
Kara.
Kara.
Shamar.
Shmar.
Afnapashka.
Afnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamar.
Yashmar.
La'aka.
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 Aydawalam.
Wa'adawalam.
121st Psalms in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the
I
hill.
will lift up my eyes to the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
Whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from the Lord,
My help cometh from the Lord,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and
He
earth.
will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth
He
thee
that keepeth thee
will not
will
slumber.
not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth
he
Israel
that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all
from
evil.
all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Shall preserve thy going out.
and thy coming in
Thy coming in.
from this time forth
This time
and
forth.
even forevermore.
Even forevermore.
This is Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Allahayam.
Allahayam.
Adamayaraka.
Al-Damayaka.
Atakarash.
Al-Takarash.
Atashikwa.
Watashikwa.
Ah. Hayahana.
YAHANNA.
Oyabika.
Awuyabika.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Ra'ash. Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Yaruyamwa.
Yahweh.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Ayatha.
Ayatha.
Aitazawa.
Ayatazawa.
Atafawanyaka.
Atazawa.
Amora.
Amora.
Akawa.
Akuwa.
Kakina.
Nakakina.
Goya.
Gari.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yasakar.
Yasakar.
Shem Yashua.
Shem Yashua.
Iwood.
Iwood.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Now Aitazawa.
Nawa'aitazawa.
Laba. Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Ayaka.
Ayaka.
Warya.
Warya.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Allahaya.
Allahaya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Yashma Alayam.
Yashma'alayam.
Mawa'ab.
Mawa'ab.
Hagari.
Wagori.
Ball.
Gabor.
Wamawan.
Wa'amawan.
Wamalak.
Wa'amalak.
Lashak.
Lashak.
Yeshab.
Yeshab.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gamashu.
Gamashu.
Alawa.
Anawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Ayawa.
Ayawa.
Zarawa.
Zarawa.
Banyalawa.
Banyalawa.
Salah.
Salah.
Ashalalaham.
Ashalaham.
Kamadi.
Samadi.
Siyasra'a.
Kasiyasara.
Kayabia.
Kayabia.
Barakah.
Monakor.
Yashi.
Yashi.
Nashamadu.
Nashamadu.
Bayanda Ira.
Bayanda Ira.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Gaman.
Gaman.
Ladat.
Ladat.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Nadiyamawa.
Nadiyamawa.
Kaira.
Kaira.
Kazaaba.
Kaza'ab.
Kazabak.
Kazabak.
Katazamana.
Altazamana.
Yakamwa.
Kona Shikam.
Shor.
Sure.
Amorwa.
Amorwa.
Nairasha.
Nairasha.
Ladanwa.
Nanawa.
Ah.
Nagwa.
Nawa.
Allahayam.
Allahayam.
Allahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Kadaga.
Kadaga.
Kwash.
Kwash.
Panyarawaka.
Panyaroka.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Ba'ari Ira.
Ba'ari Ira.
Kala'aba. Walahat,
Malahat,
Harayam,
Korean,
Khan,
Khan,
Tawadat,
Tawadat,
Basa'arik,
Basa'arik,
Wabasawapaka,
Wa'isawapaka,
Bahalam,
Tabalam,
Wala'a,
Mala'a,
Hanyaham,
Panaham,
Palawan,
Palawan,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahaw,
Wayabahaw,
Ajai,
Ajai,
Wayakapor,
Wayakapor,
Wayabad,
Wayabad,
Hayadai,
Ayata,
Hayata, Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Labaka,
Baraka,
Aywan,
Aywan,
Alkai,
Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thou silent, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
Be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a
For
tumult.
lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee
And they that hate
have
thee
lifted up their head.
have lifted up the
They
head.
have taken crafty counsel
Take craft to
against thy people
against thy
and
people.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
Consulted against thy
They
head.
have said,
They have said,
come
Come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them
from
off.
being a nation.
Being a nation.
That the name of Israel
The name of
may be no
Israel
more remembered.
may be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one
They
consent.
are confederate against
They
thee.
are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of
The
Edom
tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the
of
Ishmaelites
Moab
of Moab
and the Hagarenes,
and the Hagarenes,
Gabal
Gabal
and Ammon
and
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the
the
Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
The shores also joined with them.
The stars also join with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites.
as unto the Midianites,
Esther Sisera,
as to Sisera,
Esther Jabez,
as to Jabez,
at the brook of Kishon,
at the brook of
which
Kishon,
perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Horeb.
Make their nobles like a ram,
And
and like see, yeah, yeah,
all their princes,
all their princes,
as Zabah
as Sabbath,
and as
and
Zalmunna,
as Almunna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to
the
ourselves
houses of the Most
the
High
house of the Most High
in possession.
in possession.
Oh, my
Oh,
power,
my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the
as
wind,
the stone before the
as the
wind,
fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burns
and as
the
the
wood,
flame set at the mountains
and
on
as the
fire.
flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them
So persecute them
with thy
with
tempest,
thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm,
Veil their faces with shame,
fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name,
that they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh,
Let them be
let
confounded
them be
and
confounded
trouble forever.
and trouble forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to
let
shame
them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
that men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the Most High
art the Most High
over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Right, let's do the blessings for the curses. Repeat after me. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and
and
earth,
all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen
that speak against us,
that speak against us,
like prophets,
thy
the
prophet,
teachers,
the teacher,
the princes,
the prince,
the priests,
the priest,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brother,
and the school.
and the school.
Send evils and curses,
Send evils and
and
curses,
punishment and destruction
and punishment and
to
destruction
the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose
shake loose
the treasures of the rich of Israel,
the treasures of the rich of
that
Israel
refuse to give to the school,
that refuse to get to the
force
school,
their riches
force their rich
to enter into thy
to
sanctuary.
enter into thy sanctuary,
Send evils and curses,
send evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
and punishment and
to
destruction
the Edomites
to the Edomites
and the nation
and the nation
and their drug dealers,
and their drug
the
dealers,
court system,
the court
the
system,
prison
the
system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues
Amalek
and
synagogue
armies,
and army,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads,
Skinhead,
Posse Comitatus, the
Kamataz,
gay movement,
the gay movement,
the lesbian
the
movement,
lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space program,
NASA space program,
Army, Navy,
Army and Navy,
Air Force, Marines,
Air Force, Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet
open up the
and
internet
the airwaves,
and the
the
airwaves,
cable access channels,
cable access,
the
channel,
radio
the
channels,
radio channel,
convict the spirit
convict the spirit
of any of thy people
of any of thy people
that seek to stop us
that seek to stop us
and bring swift destruction
and bring swift
to
destruction
all the heathen
to all the heathen
that stand in the way
stand in the way
of trying to stop us
and try to stop us
from broadcasting your word
broadcasting your word
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plague,
Lose all the plague,
cause them to go to and fro
cause them to go to and
through
fro
the earth
to the earth
and consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plague
Let the plague
take the house of the thief
take the house of the
and the
thief
murderer.
and murder.
Let Yahweh shine. Michael and Gabriel
Michael and Gabriel
come down
come down
with the flying saucers
flying saucers
and punish all
punish all
the heathen
the heathen
that come up against us
come up against us
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known
Cause it to be known
by all
by all
that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread
to be spread
through the media,
media
through the whole
the
world.
whole world.
Cause them to shake
Cause them to
at
shake
thy coming
at thy coming.
in the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahweh.
Thank you always.
Thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sarge, need to turn. Sister Jashabian. Oh yeah, bro. Slack the sisters remain standing. Sister Jashabian. Men of Israel, going to give each other a courtesy salute. Men of Israel, and Mariam Shabbat. That means attention at rest. And Mariam, attention, Barak. Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Brakathah. Yadamata, his hands down. Sarge means turn, face the sisters. That sisters a Mariam. Yeah, Mariam Shabbat for sisters is your right hand clasped over your left. Your feet at a 45-degree angle, your head covered and bowed, and repeat the salute back to us. Men of Israel, I Mariam Shabbat. I Mariam Barak. Yahweh Shema Athal by Shem Yahweh. Yadamata, class dismissed. Any brothers want to be anointed real quick? Step forward, get some oil, pour it on your head.